I think we're ready. We're ready. Y'all don't understand, I'm super hyped because the setup is like janky as hell. But it works. And I think But thank you for tuning in today. We're gonna talk about my Sisterlock journey. My crappy man, when I tell you, I feel like screw the whole Sisterlocks community because I'm literally at the point where like I want to combine them and just like palm roll. I only say that because, so let me start from the beginning. I'm gonna start with what was done and then go into the right way of how things were supposed to be done. So basically I met with my consultant probably the beginning of July, maybe towards the end of June for my consult. Now with my consult, so she put I think like 8 locks in the back corner. So these have been here for a little longer than the rest of my locks. So she put 8 of those in, and when I got home, at least that's what I think, because I wasn't quite sure. So when I got home, she was like, okay, just wash your hair at least once between today and your install date. And my install day was July 14th, I believe. So I had washed my hair, and after my first washing, I think I like braided them up because you're supposed to imitate the actual process that your locks are going to go through when you get them installed. So there's a braid and band method. Basically, you braid all your hair up, rubber band it on the end, and then wash it. So I braided them and I banded them. And after doing that, I took them down once I was done washing and separated like you're supposed to. And I didn't remember, I felt like I lost a couple unraveled, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I asked her, and she was like, oh, I don't know. Somewhere between 9 and 12, and here I am with 8. So I'm like, okay, maybe some unraveled, maybe they didn't. Who knows? So anyway, so I'm like, that's what it is. Like, she got some of them done. It's cool. So then my install day comes, July 14th, sorry. And we start working at 7, I think around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning was when we started. And basically I talked to her a while ago and I was like, hey, is it possible for us to just go through this whole process once? I don't want to come back here multiple times. Like most people go for 3-hour sessions, or 8-hour sessions, sorry, for 3 times, so like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My schedule doesn't allow that. So, and she lives an hour away one direction. So I was like, no, I'm not even gonna spend, 6 hours, 9 hours? 6 hours behind the wheel, just to go, no, like that's ridiculous. So I went there and yeah, so we started at like 8 o'clock in the morning on the 14th and got done around 6 on the 15th of July. So she literally worked, we took little breaks in between. But yeah, we got it all done. And so that's how my install went and my consult process went. From what I've learned as of like the past few weeks, I should note that for my consult, she only put in one pattern for the entire thing. She didn't, and you'll learn as to why this is a problem. So, a few weeks back, about 3 weeks ago, I sent my consultant, I'm so lost for words today, but I sent my consultant a text and I was like, hey, can you switch up my pattern because I want my hair to be a little more full, especially on the top. Like it looks full right now, but I want, that, just, there we go. Like just, but yeah, so I sent her a text. I was like, hey, can you change my pattern for me? I want my hair to look a little more full. And she was like, oh, I've never done that before. Can you do some research on it? And I was grateful that she admitted that she didn't know like if that was a thing or not. But at the same time, it's a little concerning because it's like, okay, you take a class that you pay over $1,000 for and they don't teach you anything about switching patterns. Like, how does that, you know, but it is what it is. Anyway, so she tells me to go do some research, and so I start looking online, and I've read some things about it before, and it's possible, but I can't really find answers. And so I'm on this group on Facebook. It's like Sisterlocks TM, by the book, like strict rules. So I go on there and I'm like, okay, since this is by the book and they're super strict, maybe they'll have an answer for me. So I put a post on the group or whatever, and I'm like, hey, does anyone know anything about switching patterns? And everyone's like, ask your consultant. And I'm like, well, my consultant told me to do some research, so why, like this back and forth thing, don't like it. So after that, I had a conversation with someone. I was like, look, I have asked my consultant, she told me to do research. On top of that, I'm not really trusting what my consultant is saying right now, mainly because of all the issues that I've gone through with my Sisterlock journey so far. Should note that I am 3 months into my journey as of October 14th. And so over these 3 months, this is what I was telling the lady on Facebook. One, I have some locks that are super thin. Like, I'm gonna show you these side by side, because basically I have a lock that's this thin, right? And then I have another lock. Ooh. Like, I don't know if you can fully tell the difference, but one looks a little thicker. Got a couple of these little stragglers throughout my entire head, and some of them, like, they're not even sister-locked. What the fuck Sisterlocks are right now, I really can't tell you, because I feel like I'm not getting legit service from my consultant. Like, I've got a lock that's literally built to split. Like, it's, so when you're interlocking or sister-locking, whatever it is, you're supposed to go in 4 directions. So basically, you have a lock, right? And this is also the process of retightening. But say there's a hole here. So I'm supposed to pass this lock through this hole, and then it comes out on this side. Put it through the top, and then go another side, and then through the bottom, and that's one rotation. So imagine my surprise when I'm going through my locks and I feel a lock that's literally feels like it's 2 straws, like 2 strands from root to tip, tip to root, whatever. From top to bottom, it's just 2 strands. It's not interlocked like the rest of them, just 2 strands. So a while ago, I go on this other Facebook. It's like Sisterlock's journey, whatever. And I'm like, hey, I have holes in my locks. Will those close up by itself? And I only asked that question because my consultant told me that they will close up. And everyone's like, no, they're not supposed to close up at all. And so this is where my frustration started to come with her, because it was one thing of, like, my first retightening, she didn't retighten all my locks. I had patches. Like, even my second retightening, I remember there was a patch here, there was a patch up there. Like, I had someone feel through my hair to make sure I wasn't going crazy, because it just didn't add up to me. Like, it didn't make any sense. So 1, the locks, like, she didn't retighten all my locks. 2, I had holes that apparently weren't going to close up. 3, I had locks that were like literally just 2 strands. Like, it did not make sense to me. And then on top of that, so when I went for my last retightening, and I had this on video, and then obviously because my phone is janky, it's really not that janky, I just don't have memory. But I was going through my locks and I found a lock with a hole. Like, it was a fresh hole. Like, it was like, we just built this baby, brand new, fresh for you to look at. And I was so upset. Like, I was pissed, and now I'm at the point, I think it was on, like, last Monday, I was on Facebook, and I was in that, in the Minnesota Sisterlock Society, whatever, and I'm in there, and I'm just looking through, scrolling through, just out of boredom, and I see they have the Sisterlock info session. And one of the girls that was hosting that info session, she's a trainee. So I sent her a text or a message on Facebook. Excuse me. I sent her a message on Facebook and I asked her, hey, how much do you charge for retightening? And she told me $75, and I was like, cool, not a problem. So then I asked her, okay, so how do I set up an appointment? She told me I have to fill out a Sisterlock consultant transferee or something along those lines. Something that basically stated that I was transferring, or my service was being transferred to her. And so after doing this, or after sending her, I was like, okay, cool, how do I fill out this form? And so her response to me, it's on my phone. Hi Sarah, if you're seeking to find a local consultant to transfer to, please plan on attending an upcoming Sisterlocks info session. This will increase your chances of possibly finding a consultant. We're a small network of consultants here locally. The consultants who may be in attendance Friday include blah 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 and myself. I have an open invitation to them all, and Mrs. Blank is hosting. If you're unable to attend Friday's info session, the Sisterlocks website is also a great resource. You can also look to attend any future info sessions we're hosting. Thank you. And I responded, I'm in St. Paul, but I'll reach out to others. I'm like, so first off, the Sisterlocks website will list the names of consultants and the names of trainees. Even if I went to the Sisterlocks website, I would still be in that same position where I would have contacted her and asked her for information on becoming her client or whatever. But either way, the fact that she sent me to the Sisterlocks website, like So anyways, other than that though, I enjoy my Sisterlock journey. Like, it's super simple. I wash my hair. Like, I just washed my hair on, what day was that? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday night, I think. Friday or Saturday night, I washed my hair. It was definitely Saturday night. Saturday night, I washed my hair, and I left it in the braids that I put it in already, and this is what came out. Like, I just took them out yesterday night. And so it's just a super simple process. Like, I literally shampoo. I can't say I just shampoo. Because I have relaxed ends, I have to take care of my relaxed ends. So I'll alternate between like a protein and a moisturizing conditioner, and then just see how my hair is doing from there. Like, I was doing protein for a while and I still noticed breakage, so then I switched over to a moisturizing, and it's doing a lot better already. So with that being said, that's kind of the intro to my Sisterlock journey. I'll do a better breakdown of my hair journey in general, like just from starting from high school till the point where I decided I was going to stop relaxing my hair, and what I did from there to maintain my relaxed ends. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it all. So I spent some time trying to figure out how to show y'all what's going on here. So y'all just, like, this is a hole. That should not be there at all. And like, this one is super thin too, and then